What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, here with a name you know. We got Tommaso Ciampa. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. First SummerSlam weekend for me, and it's been freaking exciting.
We were just talking, like, the first time I saw you in person was at the Arnold Sports Festival, Columbus. Here we are. Fast forward from the Columbus, Arnold Sports Festival, which is a huge show, but we got Nissan Stadium here. It's SummerSlam weekend. What's this like for you? I mean, you've been around the block a few times.
You want a side note on the Arnold Sports Festival?
I would love that.
So, the day before, we're at a live event, and I don't know what happened. I twist my ankle, something. Whatever it is, I'm not wrestling the next day. Hunter, Triple H is there because they're presenting Arnold with an award, and Mr. Regal's there. Not sure why, probably same thing. And I start talking to Mr. Regal, Cruiserweight Classic's around the corner. And I say, hey, I'm not on the list for the Cruiserweight Classic, but I mean, you guys have 32 people, and that first night's going to be 16 matches.
Yeah.
I said, what if you just put me in there with Johnny, and at least we give them that night one main event type match? Well, that's a great idea. You know what you should do? You should tell Triple H that. At this point, maybe we've spoken 10 words to each other, not a lot. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I'm not wrestling, so I'm like, because I'm injured type, so I'm like, well, I got all day. I'll just wait till the opening. I get the opening. I present the idea to him. I'll think about it. Great. Fast forward, a month later, we're night one's main event, 16th match, and the rest is history, because that Cruiserweight Classic match is what it made us, that I thank the Arnold Festival for that.
Yeah, I love that. Shame you couldn't wrestle the Protein Brothers or whatever they were called then when they were there, but you would see all types of different experience levels there. Samoa Joe would be there. Then there would be people in their literal first match there too.
It's the beauty of NXT.
Yeah. But I mean, even before that, I think you had my favorite write-off in wrestling history, ROH.
Oh, Sinclair.
Dude, I put that over all the time because there had been the tease, you cannot touch an official. And then when everybody knew you were gone, you beat the absolute hell out of that referee.
Well, the best part of it is that was Todd Fat Pants Sinclair, the ref, who's one of my absolute best friends. When I started at the Chaotic Training Center, he was reffing at that time all of the ROH main events with Joe and Dragon and everybody. So he was just this fountain of knowledge, and me and him got real close. So the fact that I got to do that with him, and he did that favor for me on my way out, was I love that, yeah.
I loved it because the crowd kind of knew you were gone.
Yeah, they knew.
And so they knew you were gone, and everybody had seen you holding up from when you would even accidentally, you were trying your best to avoid any contact. And I thought that was magical because the crowd loved it. It was a great payoff. We saw this past week as we're filming this, an unbelievable talking segment with you where, I mean, you looked great, The Miz looked great, and just the look on Miz's face is I don't got to say anything.
Yeah, he was great, man.
How much direction do you have, if any, on something like that?
So Raw Talk in general, when you do social media stuff, definitely you have a lot more freedom. And I think, 2 weeks ago we did a Raw Talk, and they kind of just said, yeah, say what you want a little bit, and I got to. And then on this one, Miz, kind of gave me the green light again. He said, do you want to answer for me? And I was like, sure. He said, you have something you want to say? I was like, I'll think of something, For me, this whole process has been, I know an opportunity when I see it, and I will maximize my minutes. That's kind of been my MO my whole career. I'll take whatever you give me, and I'm going to turn it into the best thing I possibly can. So the fact that he gave me the platform for it, I know we're going into SummerSlam. I know Logan Paul brings eyes to the product. I know Miz brings eyes to the product. So that's what I need right now, man. I just need eyes on me. So give me an opening, I'll take it.
So last time I talked to you, you were in NXT, and you said, well, if I ever thought that I'd be on the main roster, maybe I wouldn't have signed because you didn't seem that into the schedule or whatever it may be. What changed for you?
So much. I get asked this all the time. Having a successful neck surgery, huge factor. Going into that and having the pain I had for as long as I had, I always felt your career's ending soon. And now I don't feel that way. Now I feel you might have just finished the first half of your career. As long as because I've learned how to wrestle with it, and I'm not in pain. Having a child, having the pandemic happen, and spending 3 years with her at home, and having that time, and now she's at the point she's with me right now at SummerSlam. It's just a lot's changed. My life has changed. My maturity has changed. The opportunities are exciting to me. There's a lot of new opponents for me to face. it's hard to put it on one thing.
And wrestlers are wrestling into their primes later than ever now.
Far later than ever, yeah. And the way I take care of my body, I just feel like, oh shoot, okay, I'm 37. If I go till 55, I'm at the halfway point. Like, we got a long ways to go.
Yeah, I talked to people on the roster, and a couple of years ago, they're like, man, if they get one more WrestleMania out of Sheamus, they'd be lucky. He's having the best matches of his career now.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Like, he's got some neck issues too, like everybody else that wrestles.
Yeah.
And it's just, you learn, and we got a cool medical team, man, too. And it's not just to put them, like, they're great, dude. And you get those people who are helping you with the strength and conditioning with guys like Coach Hayes and stuff, and Tara, who's a PT. There's so many people who are just educating you, and the more you get educated, the more you start to you just learn. You're like, oh, I can get longevity out of my career doing this,
Ciampa, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. Until next time, guys, we're out. Hey guys, I hope you all enjoyed this interview, but let me tell you how you can enjoy your online experience even more with NordVPN.com/Fightful. Change your virtual location with just one click on all your devices. We'll get that right out of the way. Phone, laptop, desktop, PC, your router, your TV, everything. It's so helpful when you're traveling. You can change your virtual location. Maybe you're abroad, you want to watch all the shows that you're used to, or maybe you want to watch shows a little bit earlier. Maybe you want to buy pay-per-views at a reduced rate thanks to some services overseas. Maybe you want to check out what's on the menu of those other services overseas. But it's not just that. You get that threat protection, block online trackers, block malware, block annoying pop-up ads with NordVPN.com/Fightful, and you get a great deal. Not only do you get a great deal, up to 70% off, you get a month free and a 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN.com/Fightful. I use it every day. You're going to love it.